Welcome back to another video. My name is Matt and I help people overcome retroactive jealousy. And in this video, we're going to be talking about uncertainty, the word uncertainty, and what that really means to you, to me, to the world, and how it really plays a big role in retroactive jealousy, in struggling with retroactive jealousy. Now, I mentioned this in a video maybe about a week ago now. Week or two ago. I do these videos kind of in advance, so I'm not really sure when it came up, but did this in a video a little bit ago where I talked about retroactive jealousy is really seek for certainty in a world that provides very little certainty, right? We want certainty. We want the answers. We want to know that we're okay, that we're safe. We want all those answers to feel certain about something, but this world provides very little of it. And understanding that can bring a lot of relief, a lot of peace of mind to your life, especially with dealing from thoughts of the past and your partner's past and things like that. So we'll jump into that real quick, but of course, before we do, if you could take a moment and smash the like button on this video so we can get the video out to more people, I'd greatly, greatly appreciate it. So looking for certainty in a world that provides very little certainty. And that's a part about asking a lot of questions about the past, doing a lot of searching about your partner's past, trying to find all the answers, trying to piece together the puzzle, trying to do all this stuff that we think when we do it will feel better. But with retroactive jealousy, with this OCD factor, we don't feel better. It creates more uncertainty and more questions and more unknowns and this and that. And again, the idea that we have in our heads, which is a flawed idea, but this is what our RJ is telling us, and this compulsive behavior syndrome that's going on, because this is what keeps it alive. It's telling us if we do find everything out, we'll be okay. So keep asking questions, keep asking questions, keep asking questions. And it strengthens this dragon, as I like to call it, makes it stronger and stronger and stronger, and it stays around. But when we understand about this idea of uncertainty and understand the idea that we don't need to know everything, and for some that statement is scary, right? Well, no, I do need to know everything. Like, I need to know the stuff that happened. And I used to be like that too. Well, I need to know, of course. Like, it has to do with me, right? This is my partner. I got to know everything. But again, and this idea kind of goes beyond thought at this point. But the idea is what happened in the past, whatever it is that happened in the past, the way you hear it, the way you interpret it, isn't actually how it happened, right? Someone can tell you something, hey, here's what happened to me, and you will picture something like completely different from like what they described, right? Because we're not there. We don't know what things look like. We don't know facial expressions. We don't know anything. So being like, oh yeah, I have to know what happened because I have to come to terms with it. Like, you don't know there's no way for you to know. There's no way for you to know. I was reading a study the other day and it says 50% of the time when we're retelling a story, when we're retelling a story of something in the past, 50% of it is not correct. 50% of it is not how it happened, but it's how we think it happened, how we remember that it actually happened, but that's not what actually happened. So 50% of telling a story is like a lie. We don't know we're lying. We think we're telling the truth, but it didn't actually happen the way that we think it did. It was such an interesting study. So understanding that, or kind of coming to a little bit of terms with that, hopefully realizes that, that this stuff, isn't worth thinking about, because it's not, you don't know what happened there. You don't have the whole story, and there would be no possible way ever to get anybody's full story about anything. And so that will be more easily to understand when you kind of break out of these thought cycles and thought loops and able to open your mind more to those things, which you can start doing now, because I think that's going to loosen some of the grip on it, to read those studies and read those different things to see how we're kind of trapped in this illusion of fear, illusion of these thoughts and things like that. But as far as the uncertainty goes, understanding that there's no way for us to possibly know everything. And uncertainty is part of life. And actually, uncertainty is what makes life fun. Like, we kind of don't want to know what happens. We on a like a unconscious level, we don't want to have all the answers, because that's what kind of drives us to keep going in life, is the challenges and stuff, not knowing the results, and to keep pushing, and maybe this result's going to happen and see what happens. And when that doesn't happen, oh, but this opened this door. Like, it's a constant game. It's fun. It's like a movie with a cliffhanger. Like, you watch a movie for the first time and you're engaged, but when you watch the movie for the 100th time, you probably don't care much about it, right? Because you know what's going to happen. There's no uncertainty in it. The excitement is completely gone. So, with no uncertainty, with no, if we knew everything that was going to happen, there'd be no room for challenge. There'd be no room for growth. We'd just be stagnant and just be like, why do I even want to get out of bed today? I already know what's going to happen. I already know everything that's going to happen. And, especially when you get into a relationship, when you agree to a relationship, when you agree to a marriage, you agree to uncertainty. There is a chance that will not work out. There's a chance that you will get hurt, that you'll fall flat on your face, that, that will happen. There is that uncertainty that we, again, agree to, as we have with all things in life. And if there was a certainty to your relationship, like if you knew that, hey, 100% certain that this relationship will work out 100%, I can see the future and I just know it works out, then you'll get into the mindset that, well, now I can do whatever I want. Now I can, I could even maybe cheat on my partner because I know we're going to be together in the end, so it doesn't matter. I can say whatever I want because it doesn't matter. I can do this, I can do that because none of it matters. We're going to be together in the end. But it's that uncertainty that allows us to experience love on new levels, experience trust on new levels, experience those feelings that we're here to feel, those wonderful high energy emotions that we love to feel, that makes us feel human, it makes us feel whole. That is there because of uncertainty. And if we were certain of everything, again, life would just be like stagnant. It'd be like, what is the point of us being here? And we know this already, right? We know this already, but for some we don't think about it, right? It's just kind of part, we don't think about these uncertainties. But when we think about these uncertainties and understand it's everywhere in our life, it allows us to understand the past, that it's okay to be uncertain about things of the past. It's okay. It doesn't affect how we live now if we're not 100% sure what happened. Making like these videos and stuff, doing videos, whatever, 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 7 days a week, but like grinding and recording and editing and doing all this, like, it's my main hope that like I can grow this and get the word out there about retroactive jealousy, and maybe somehow have millions of people that can seek help from me, and then have an army of people that will also help them also, like, just build this up. So there's just a big area that people can come to for help. But at the same time, there is an uncertainty that exists, that I could be filming these videos and putting everything up, and YouTube could come tomorrow and say, hey, we've been sold to a Chinese company and they're shutting us down, so all your videos are gone, right? There's no control. Once you upload a video, like, it's YouTube's property. And so there's that can happen. And a lot of people saying, oh no, there's no way that's going to happen. It's like MySpace was like the #1 social media place ever, gone. Like, Friendster was really, really popular, that's gone. I had somebody that, when Vine was a thing, he got very, very popular on Vine, had like millions of followers, was making money on Vine, and Vine is gone now. And it's like, and now he's like, well, shoot, that was my thing. And now he's finally kind of starting to get into like TikTok and all these other things. But there's uncertainty, right? There's uncertainty, and we agree to this uncertainty that, we don't know what's going to happen, and that's okay with us. We're content with that. There's the uncertainty of life. And I've told the story before about my father. He in 2009, he got on his motorcycle and he went on a quick trip and he never came back, right? Accident. Someone swerved into his lane and slammed into him and passed away. Uncertainty. We don't know, but we take that risk anyway by being here. Every day is uncertain. We don't know what the next second, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, day, year, we don't know what it brings, but we're willing to be okay with that uncertainty and move forward. I had a coworker a few years ago who had grandparents that were married for 52 years and then decided to get a divorce. So like, even when you're absolutely certain that something's bound to work out, sometimes it just doesn't work out. So Relationships are no different, right? Relationships are no different in that case. So when you agree to be in this relationship, you agree to that risk, knowing that if you don't know everything, you'll be okay. That's, something that everything happens for a reason. That's something that I'll learn, I'll grow. These things happen due to our uncertainty and finding out and growing and becoming better than who we were before and meeting new people. It's all this trajectory of life, like leading us in the correct journey down the pathway, right, of life to experience the most full life possible. So in a relationship, take the leap, take a risk, take the plunge. You'll be okay. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to know everything in other aspects of your life, and therefore you don't need to know everything here. There's a life where you can live where this stuff, this uncertainty, you're okay with, just like it is in every single other area of your life. Okay, uncertainty is a good thing, so embrace it. Embrace the uncertainty as if it's every other part of your life. Okay. That's the power of uncertainty. That's the power that fuels our life, the power that fuels our relationships. And that's the main thing that retroactive jealousy sufferers want, is that uncertainty. They want, or not uncertainty, they want to be certain. Yet they're okay living every single other area of their life in uncertainty. But that one, they want certainty, right? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense when you look at it like that. So embracing the uncertainty of this area in your life, as you have with all areas of your life that you've may even unconsciously aware of, not even conscious that you have, but you have. Acceptance of that is the acceptance of the past, of the retroactive jealousy. And acceptance of all that means you're free, right? You're free from the clutches of these thoughts and things like that. So take a moment to kind of digest that information and really think about it, the uncertainty in your life and other areas where you're very uncertain about things, but you go about your day anyway and you don't think twice about it, because that's what we're going to get to with these thoughts of the past, this uncertainty factor. When we're okay with the uncertainty and know we can't be certain, when we're certain with the uncertainty, that's our key to freedom. That's our key out of this. Looking at every other areas of your life and understanding you're doing it there, and there's no reason why you can't do it here as well. That's the key that's going to break you free. I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, please take a moment and smash the like button. That'll help get this video out to more people. Also, please subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. Click the notification bell so you're alerted every time I post a new video. And also, please check the links in the description below if you want to be a member of my course. I'd love for you to give them a try, see what you think. I think they'll be extremely beneficial in your life, as they have for the hundreds and hundreds of people that have already gone through them. So if you're not enrolled in that, please check that out, read a little more information on that below. I'd love to see you in the course. But for now, I hope you have a wonderful day. See you next time.